Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 13 properties today, and it's an okay list. Not as good as some of the ones last week. We had a client event, big bowling party at Champs on the weekend, and over 200 of our past clients, friends, business acquaintances within the community all came, and we had a good time. What was interesting was many of the people attending were Milton Daily Homes viewers for years before they decided to give us a call when they needed help. And so the reason I'm mentioning that to you is I had feedback about how nobody does it like you guys, and your approach is so different. And even there's people that have been coming to our parties for the better part of 10 years now. And to see them and watch the kids grow up is very rewarding for us. But what's also interesting is that we really believe in a clients for life kind of mentality, not a fly-by-night transaction. I think that's different than a lot of real estate companies. So buyer class is coming up on Thursday night at 7 p.m. And we get a new book and new slides for 2016. So it's been going great so far. Really, really good. If you want to come, there's no cost to attend. We just ask you bring a food bank donation, and we'll walk you through the entire process, all the steps, all the costs, real life slides from home inspections. We debunk a lot of the myths out there, a lot of the myth understandings that exist. We talk about everything. So I don't know if there's a better way to learn about buying a home than this class. And I say that, hope that doesn't come across as conceited, but I know it's true. So let's get started with the list. Now, I still find it hard to believe that I'm saying that $409 for one of these models is a good deal. The first one that I ever sold was listed for $219,000. Actually, I think at one point these were in the ones, so like 180, 190. I remember this model going for that, but obviously a different game in 2016. 1051 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-washroom, including one full bathroom, and then you've got a powder room on this level. The floors look good. We've seen this model sell for like $420, $425. So $409 is good. I think that they got a real shot. The longer driveway doesn't add value, but it's a nice feature to have. So you don't get an extra $5,000 or $10,000 if you're a seller by having it. But if all the other homes just have one driveway space and you have two, you're at a big advantage. So Middleton Crescent, $469. No garage, but you get a big lot, you get a semi. So if that's okay for you, if you don't mind being attached and you don't mind not having a garage, the rest of it looks pretty good for the price. Again, $469, you're getting a 3-story freehold without a backyard in the new area. And you go to something like this and you get that, right? So if that's what's important to you, this one could really work well. Now, a few of today's homes need to learn this lesson. So there was a study done by Redfin in the US, and they said, how good are your photos? And so you can see the impact here. So, the one we're going to talk about is at $499. There's a good chance it could be a 5. Having basic photos shot with like a point and shoot or a BlackBerry or an iPhone compared to a DSLR, which is digital single lens refraction for photography students, look how much more you get. $6,000. Look at over $1 million, $116,000 on average. So a photographer in real estate costs you $100, $200, maybe $300. Why wouldn't you? I mean, even at the most basic return at $200,000 to $300,000, you're still 3 or 4 times in your money. And I always say to clients, it's like you're hiring me to spend the marketing budget. So why wouldn't I do something like that? So with that being said, let's look at Roseheath. And again, I'm quite sure they're going to get this price for this home. It's a back split, and there's 4 levels to it. It's surprisingly big, although you could never guess it from the pictures. And the lot's not huge, right? You're 36 by 100 feet, but that's still bigger than you'd find in the new area. So a link home is actually you're linked by the foundation, and you're close here, but you're not attached on the outside. So above ground, you look like a detached home. It's a good deal. Lott Crescent 589.9. Looks like a parking meter up above. Anyway, this home is about 2,000 square feet plus the finished basement. So when you see 2,600 square feet of living space, that's how it's set up. So you got to be careful when they quote living space, because past episodes we've talked about this. Main floor square footage is probably valued between 75 and 100 a square foot. Basement might be 20 to 30 a square foot. So it's totally different valuation. The way this builder sold them is by total living space. And I think some people paid a little too much, but again, in 2016, they everything's kind of evened off. This cabinet, to me, gives the indication there's not enough cabinet space in the kitchen. So you got to be careful of the impression, the message that you're leaving for buyers. It looks like things are really scuffed up, and I would have taken things off the top of the cabinets. Way less things off the counters. These rags are just kind of hanging off the cabinets. Even something like this. For pictures, get it out. You know, it really doesn't have anything to add to the space here. So there you go. I mean, you've got a big basement. It's a big wide open space finished by the builder. And you've got green space. So here's the thing. This model recently has sold for over 6. So they're holding back on offers on this one. At $589, there are obvious imperfections in the way it looks. Actually, I have the same model coming out backing onto green space soon, and freshly painted, nice light fixtures. It's going to show much nicer than this one. So I don't know. We'll see. It depends how it looks inside. If it's really in rough shape, they may not cross 6, but they do have some good precedents lately for jumping up into the 6s. Let's see what happens. It's, the market, no matter how good, how much knowledge we have, the market has a funny little habit of doing its own thing. And so you can look at values and have all the factual information. And especially in 2016, when it's been such a real hot market, anything can happen. So Snowick Place, wasn't Snowick the villain in Star Wars? I should know this because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Anyway, 649.9. It says it's about 1,900 square feet with no finished basement on a 30-foot lot. This seems high to me at 649. When you have a 30-foot lot, you figure your garage is 10 feet. You got a couple feet on either side of setback. You've got this little entrance over here. So there's this room here that's like 8 feet wide. It's really awkward to me. There's the room right there. Like, what are you going to do? I'll show you the picture of the room. The rest of it, gas stove. It's okay, I guess. Pot lights. That's the room right there. Look how small that is. Like, what do you do with that? Like, I guess it's a home office if you wanted to. But I miss the days. I mean, even when they moved from 36 to 34-foot lots, I thought, this doesn't feel the same. And then now 30-foot lots. Now some of the layouts are pretty good, but this one in particular I find with that room in the front, it feels awkward to me. It doesn't feel like a real room. 4 bedrooms upstairs, and then cost to fence this. I usually say to people, you're sharing the cost with the neighbors. In most cases, ends up being about $1,500 to do that. So I think there's better options at this price point. So there you go. That's the list. If you have any questions, give us a call. And I hope to see you on Thursday at the buyer class. And you can go to miltonbuyerclass.com, or you can find it somewhere here depending on which device you're looking at. Have a great day.